What's up, all of zero people fucking watching? So I got nothing but bagel fucking watching. This is kind of crazy, but it's very either early in the morning or maybe some random time for some of you people. Uh, it, um, why not? Look, I woke up at an odd time and I wasn't able to go back to sleep. Why not fucking do a stream? Why not? Some people paid for it, so it's like why not just fucking go for it? And also talk about the state of media and everything in general. And all of the one person watching, I see one person watching. Thank you very much for joining. Go to sleep, psycher. Hey, dude, what's up? What's up, Alex? I tried. I was asleep, and then I woke up, and I couldn't get back to sleep, dude. Do you want to jump on? You want to just shoot the shit for a minute? Like, obviously, you're up right now, so you can't go to sleep either. You're on the same time frame as I am. If you want to jump on, I will absolutely shoot you a fucking. I'll shoot you a link, and you left too. So cool. I have all of zero people. Well, here. I'll shoot you the link regardless, and then I don't know. Maybe we can make a thing of this. we can see what happens. There we go. Here is the link for this one tonight, and bam. There you go. So obviously even the title and the name is like a joke on, like, people getting up early doing paper routes in their early morning, and just when you were a kid or whatever, or just out there throwing papers around at like 2-3 in the morning. But it was whatever. Like, that's fine. It's a fun thing to talk about. But I kind of wanted to talk about the state of like movies and TV shows in general. Like, they're so fucking boring. Like, and then like even though in my thumbnail it's like I'm sitting there, like, obviously I my 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 I don't say my logo, but my logo is literally a gallows. So it's like there's places to hang people or whatever. It's like, oh, let's hang them out to dry. It's kind of pretty controversial to a certain extent, but I put myself on there twice because I'm like, okay, well, am I being too boring, or my topics too boring, or what I'm talking about is too boring? What I'm doing is possibly too boring. Like, I'm actually getting pretty decent views for my channel size. Don't get me wrong, but it was more just a way to go ahead and throw it out there to be like, what can I do that's more interesting? Like, what would people from my channel or whatever, people who watch any of my stuff, like to hear about a little bit more? Maybe even from me, or like, am I not covering the topics enough? Whatever. I literally do not know, because even though you get an analytics thing, the analytics don't say like, hey, you're not talking about XYZ enough, you're not talking about this enough, you're not talking about blah 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 enough, and stuff like that. And with that being said, look at that. Like, it's 2 in the damn morning. It's 2 almost 20 in the morning, and we have a guest. What's up, Alex? How you doing, dude?
What's up, brother? How are you?
Good. We have all of one people watching us, so
That was me.
don't. Yeah, it's probably you. Don't be too controversial now to yourself. Dude, I literally woke up from like a deep sleep. Oh, now we're down to 0. But
I might have left.
however that works.
So there's no echo.
But I expected all of 0 people to show up to this. I was like, dude, I can't get back to sleep. I tried to fall asleep, and I was like, fuck
What,
it.
you want
I
stripper
was
time?
like, what can I do? What can I do? And I was like, oh, well, I can do a stream. Why not? Let's do a stream and see what happens. See who joins, because sometimes some of my really late night streams gain people or whatever. Like, why not? Why not try that for like a half a second? And I feel bad for not joining a DA stream. I don't know. You probably don't know DA,
I do
but
know D. I know Derek.
I know, yeah, you know Derek. Yeah, actually, you do know Derek.
We
I
hung
think.
out several times in Burbank, and then at the Info List event, we
Yep,
grabbed a
yep, yep,
very
yep, yep.
expensive LA drink
Yep,
too.
yep, yep, yep. So you absolutely do know Derek. He's good people, but he has a way bigger YouTube channel than I do. He has like, I don't know, 26,000 or something.
Progress in the process, dude.
I have all of less than 200. I'm literally battling to get to 200, and then I need 500 to even get like what's it like to get monetized. So to get monetized, I need 500 people, and it's like, Jesus Christ! Like every first of the month is just like it
You
just battles me, like it just fucking slashes. It's like
you
slashing
gotta
their
go on other
prices.
people's shows a lot, dude. I get the pattern. Like you gotta go on Derek's, you gotta go on Dante's. Like start off.
Well, I got to
Try to
go
like
on. I go on whatever gets like whatever invites I get. Whatever
yeah.
invites I get, I immediately jump in there. I do not. I'm not one of these people that go and ask. Like I'm not gonna ask to join anybody's stuff. But and anytime that I've been invited to stuff, I join their stuff because I'm like, hey, cool. You clearly, it's not that you want me on there, but it's like you've noticed me or whatever, and so
Yeah.
I'll do that. But
I mean,
I'm not asking for fucking handouts and anybody in the chat. Like, I'll join your stream or whatever, like however big or small. But
my streams are all gaming right now, though. Like, if you really want to play
well,
some
yeah,
games, you're in, dude. No
dude.
question.
Like I'm about to buy that Expedition 33 and start streaming that. And
Actually, I think you like that because
I think
you're a
that
turn actually a
that's
turn-based guy.
right up my alley, dude. Like
Yep.
it's turn based and it looks fucking it looks a lot of fun. Like it has great graphics and everything. And then apparently you can just hit a button on the PS5 and then stream it that
Yep.
way. So I'm like, okay, cool. But there's another way. Like one of my co-hosts, you've seen him before. It's a
Yeah.
Rockefeller Plaza. Like he does it, and then he also has his camera on. I don't know how to do that part of
Oh,
it.
he has a PS camera probably, or he runs a splitter and runs it
No,
to his
he runs it
car.
through his phone. He runs it through his phone.
Oh,
So he
really?
runs it through his phone while he's playing that, and I don't know how to do that. Like I've actually a semi decent nice phone which I got for free because I had a shittier phone. But then they were like, "Hey, if you have a iPhone 7, you can upgrade to an iPhone like whatever it is, like 15 or 16. You could
Yeah.
trade that in, and then you get it for free, but it costs you like $10 extra a month for like a year." And I was like, "Okay, no problem."
I don't know the iPhone hierarchy very well, dude. I'm more of an Android
I
guy.
have no idea that should just I have no idea, but just jumping in with that it was a whole ordeal, or like I thought I was gonna actually I thought it was gonna be a lot harder, but they were like, no, you just do this and here's your new phone number, and now I have a very easy and convenient phone number, and so I have a very nice phone on top of that, so it was super convenient. John, I got go to bed. Dude, I was in bed. That's the only reason that I'm here is because I was in bed and then I fucking woke up and I can't get back to sleep. So I was like, let me stream and maybe let me talk out I don't know for like an hour or two or whatever, and then I can get back to bed, dude. Like so that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
You know what I'm doing while I'm
John,
away?
do you want to jump on it? You're up. You're saying go to bed. You're fucking up. Do you want to come on here and shoot the shit? And maybe that'll help you fall asleep as well. Like I'll shoot you a link, brother. You're welcome to join. He says sure. Hey, what's well, Alex, you are. Oh my god. Psycher. What do you say? What were you saying? I'm sorry.
I'm downloading Call of Duty again, man.
Why? Why?
I know.
Why
I
would you do
know.
that to you? Why would you do that to yourself?
I want to see the state of the duty. It's been a while.
The state of the duty.
Yep.
So
So I don't even know if I sound okay because I do not
if
have.
all of the 3 to 4 people who are like watching, and then we have Andy or Raza. How's it, guys?
Andy
Is
Rizza.
that I've only seen one person fucking say "How's it" like that, and that's from Hold My DualShock. Is that fucking Andy from Hold My DualShock? Because if it is, hey, what's up, dude? But I'm just doing a random thing for maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours. We'll see. I mean, if it catches some steam, I'm gonna just let it ride. You know how it goes. But and then obviously tomorrow will be shit for me. But who cares? Who cares about my sanity, right? Like, but let's see here. Let's get the invite. Let me go ahead and send this to the felon attorney, who is awesome, by the way. This guy's great. He's John Cuckask, and in the chat, you just got the invite, brother. You are welcome to join whenever you want to join. But what are you up to, man? Like, are you playing any like new games, or what's your game of choice at the moment?
Me?
Yes. You're the only one here, dude. Come on.
Sorry.
So,
Always Warhammer. Always Warhammer. Always World of Warcraft. Those are my two go-tos.
but
And then
did you
everything
ever
else,
check out Final Fantasy 14, like
the
the
online
new
game?
version?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
But
a
let me
little bit.
tell you about the cardinal rule of MMO gaming. You
Dude,
cannot play more than one MMO.
that is relatively true. I would say that's relatively
Because
true.
most of the good ones have
Once
subscriptions.
yeah, once you're into one, like all of a sudden, yeah, they have subscription behind them. But it's like I would play stuff like Final Fantasy 14, and then they obviously the whole game crashed, and like they literally blew it up, and they did a whole event about blowing it up, like
Yeah.
literally destroying it, and then all of a sudden they came back with a new revised version of it, and
Yeah.
I played that, and I played up to like I want to say the 3rd or 4th expansion,
Mhm.
and it was pretty fucking epic. Like that thing was fucking amazing. Like it was so much fun to play. I can I almost can't explain it unless you actually play the game.
I mean, I did a little bit, but not like I didn't get
Thanks
far.
for the ride in Vegas, Psycher. Yes. So Andy remembers
Yeah.
you from Vegas. There you go. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
This is
Sure.
the guy who gave us a ride. Like I was like, hey man, check it out. Like we don't need Uber. Like I can hit up a buddy of mine. This is the buddy of mine I hit up. This is Psycher, if you would like. But yes, or I don't know. I'm always iffy about saying people's real names online. Like
I'm
whatever.
fine with my name. I'm old enough, bro, to use my
Yeah,
Christian name.
like who actually cares? So, anyways, this is Alex, and or is it Alexei in Russian?
No, it's Alex. And you know what's funny? Just from like my hangout spots and just as I'm becoming more known in Hollywood, it's literally Russian Alex. That's what everybody calls me. So I might
Just
switch to that.
Russian.
Yeah, the
Well,
Russian
yeah,
Alex.
I mean,
The board played.
you have a very interesting background to where like you'd be able to talk about that for like I would say maybe hour, like literally hours, and that alone could be
Yeah,
a stream,
I've
if not
debated
a
getting
video.
political on my share on my channel.
Well, you don't got to get political, but I mean, it might just get political based on where you're from and your background in general. Like, so
Yeah.
maybe that might have a political background behind it. I never thought about it like that. Like I don't care. Like, obviously we have a different, I don't know. We have a different good times together, but
I got that.
yeah, but I mean that was years ago. That was
Yeah, yeah. We both moved on from
let's
that.
go. Let's go. Yeah, we've moved on from those type of hangouts years ago. But Alex is a good person. He started a YouTube. Well, he started a Twitch thing. I'm not super
It
familiar with
started with
Twitch,
Twitch, yeah.
and now he started with Twitch, and then happened to be in Vegas when we were all in Vegas. Like he went out there to the Vegas hangout, and he was nice enough to give me and Andy here a ride home. And Andy was fucking awesome enough. Like him and Katie were awesome enough to have a place for me to stay for. Like I was only there for like a day and a half, so just not like I would like invade. I don't want to feel like I invaded their space, but they were nice enough to be like, "Hey, did you not find a spot? If you didn't, check it out. We have literally a bed open in our B&B because." But Peter didn't come. Like Peter didn't come with us, and I was like, dude, are you kidding me? Of course I would love that because my idea was to go to Vegas, and I was just going to sleep in the truck that I rented. I rented a truck because that was the cheapest one of
Hopefully a
things
comfy
that I could
truck.
rent. It was a very nice Tacoma, whatever. It was a very nice 2024 2024 Tacoma, and I got it for like $50 a day, and I
Yeah.
only needed it for 2 fucking days, so it wasn't like a huge thing. But no, the slumber party was dope. You know what's weird is like me and Andy cuddled way more than you would expect, and Katie was very far off the bed, and so that might be suspicious. But no, none of that happened. I swear. Wink, wink. But no, no. They were super awesome, and it was super cool to meet the the Hold My Dual Shot crew. Well, I mean, I only met Katie and Andy because Peter wasn't there, so I didn't meet the whole crew there. But they were fucking amazing. Like they were so fucking. It's kind of crazy when you talk to people online in general. Like you kind of maybe there's a part of you that like thinks like, oh man, these people might be weird. These man, but whatever. You meet them and they're exactly how you are online, and it's like I would like to think that I gave off that same energy. It's like, oh, this is the exact guy I met online. This is so like I would like to think that as well. I have no idea how they feel about it, but so I'm not going to speak for them on that part. But it's like I mean we're only there for I was literally in their B&B for like a day and a half, or like a day and I don't know. Actually, yeah, about a day and a half, like less than 48 hours type of deal. And then I was like, and now we got to fuck off. I got to go back to California. But hanging out with them was awesome. They were just nothing but good people, and sometimes I don't know. Sometimes you just meet nothing but good people, and the people you meet online are the people who they seem to be, which is fucking amazing and awesome. Like you can't ask for more than that. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy. It's like I've definitely met people from online that I've met in person at like let's say like the film thread events or whatever, and like the people from like they're chill, but there's like they're abrasive. That's the best way to put it. Like they want to be up and like, hey, what's up, man, blah, 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 blah. And like they're just like all up in your business like all the fucking time, and that can get semi annoying or whatever. But it's like we were able to just like hold regular conversations, and I thought that was actually really cool and really, really fucking chill. So I can't help but respect the hell out of that because Old My DualShock are not just the people that they are online; they are those people in person. They are awesome. So I have nothing but good things to say about them, which is what I assumed when I went out to see people like them or whatever. Like fucking awesome. Like what you get online is what you're gonna see in person. And like shit, he sent me. I still have some of the beef jerky. I don't know if it's any good any now, like nowadays, or like there's some of it still left. But and I gave it to some of my friends who were like, dude, this is some of the best goddamn beef jerky. And I was like, well, this is from my online friend, and they were like, is it laced? Like that was kind of that was some of their first reactions, and I'm like, dude, we haven't done that shit in a long time. Stop asking me that with every time I give you like a fucking gushy or something, like a gusher or something. Like Jesus Christ, if you know what those are. But anyways, oh my god, my cat is being annoying as fuck. With that being said, I think we have someone in the background, and do, 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 do. I might be able to play this.
Don't cook! Don't cook!
Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing?
We got Sean or John
Yeah,
Cuckask.
I'm going by my real name today.
Hey man, own it. You know what? The sooner you own it, go for it. Like, I mean, when you send stuff, or if somebody sends me anything on GoFundMe or the GoSend or whatever that fucking the Cash App.
Yep.
Like Centivere was even like, you do realize your full name shows up on there, and I was like, I don't care. Like, you realize like I post my own music videos, and if you just simply look at the band name and then you look at the whitest name on there, that's me. That's 100% me, and my name is there.
We found your new
It's
singer.
yeah, we found a new
Right.
singer with
We gotta get her.
with it's just raging liberals.
Give me the ticket.
But,
Give him a ticket. Like, wow.
But you can absolutely like I'm not hard to find. I'm not making it a thing or whatever. If people want to, I guess if you want to dox me, go. I mean, go for it. What?
I've doxed you already. I just said your first name. I've never said anything else.
Okay, look, I'm gonna dox myself. My name is Andrew. There you go. Ta-da! You can find me.
Look,
And my last.
Look at her. Oh.
She's chasing the fish. I literally put on a video called like it's like a cat video for like 11 hours or whatever, and then so because she used to chase the dragons that were on Marvel Rivals, and she was sitting there swatting it, and I was like, that is such a great background thing to have, but then they fucking changed it. And so I'm like, okay, how can I get my cat to like interact with the TV the whole time? And so I don't know. I put on a video, and hopefully she likes it. We'll see.
I used to have a dog. It was a golden retriever, and I was watching Star Trek: The Next
A
Generation.
bit long will be fine as long as it doesn't have mold on it. Awesome, man. No, it's in that complete. It's still in the Ziploc bag. I sealed it every single time. Every time I've taken a bite out of it, because I'm not gonna lie, like it's a little salty, but I mean, I love fucking salt. Who doesn't like salt? And so it just makes you want to have more of it. So I mean, like it's literally right next to me. But so I'm going to probably be eating the hell out of it. But I gave it to like one of my roommates, and he was like, "Jesus, like this shit is bomb as fuck, dude." So keep it up, brother. Like that shit is dope.
Biltong is good. South
Thought we would
Africa-
see you at the DA's office. I thought so too, and then I went to take a nap for like an hour to two, and then I clocked out, and I forgot I set my phone on silent, and like when I woke up, it was like 1 o'clock, and I was like, oh shit. And like I had a bunch of messages from people like DA and T and stuff, and they were like, "Hey man, where you at? What the fuck?" And I was like, "Dude, I fucking clocked out hard," and I was like, "Oh my god." Like my sleep schedule is fucked. So I was like, you know what? Now that I'm up and I'm about, and now like I don't know, my head's fucking whirling with I don't want to say all sorts of ideas, but it's like it's frantic. I would say, and I was like, well, why not just do my own stream and then just do a stream, and then obviously it's very early in the morning, and we'll see who shows up. And like right now we even have 6 people, so thank you to the 6 people who are showing up, and that's cool to me. And then well, I was gonna say I was gonna add Psycher back, we were gonna add Alex back, but he is
Whoa, was that me or was that you?
What's up? Oh, you're gone. Either you're gone or you're gone on my screen. But I think I can add Psycher. What's up, Alex? How you doing, dude?
Sorry, dude. It made me restart my computer. I'm actually trying to set up my camera.
Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, if you want to throw on the camera, dude, I mean that's up to you. I always leave that up to anybody that joins on any of my stuff. I say, look, just make sure your mic is good. If your mic is trash, I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna cut you. Like I'll put you on mute, or I might just straight up remove you. Your mic is fine, and so that's fine. And but I mean, even my camera's not even that good. I think this is barely doing like 360p or something. Like my camera's Jesus Christ, you're as black as the night, dude. What is happening?
Because it is the night.
Yeah. Are you streaming outside? And,
oh, there he is.
There you go. Hey, now we can see you,
gentlemen.
What's up? So that's Psycher. That's Alex. What's up, man? How are you doing tonight, man? You dapper looking motherfucker. You look like
I'm all right. I had a date earlier.
There you go. Yeah, and you. I would say you look disheveled, but you look distinguished.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I guess.
No, that's absolutely a compliment. Like that literally is a compliment. But cool, man. What have you been up to outside of I don't know. I don't want to say game. So what's your game of choice at the moment? Because obviously you're doing gaming and you're doing the Twitch thing.
At the moment, Rivals. I play a lot of Rivals, but you should actually get on that because you talk so much Marvel because of the movies. Like, I think we'd have a blast kind of making fun of the movies and the game and the way the characters are designed, portrayed, whatever. I think you should definitely hop on one of those Rival streams with me, dude. We'd have a blast.
Oh, I'd like because I got it's not enough money. It's still going to cost me money to pay for it, but I'm going to buy the game regardless. It was just Expedition 33, and I'm going to go ahead and play that live, and I don't know, see if I can live stream it, and if I can make a couple dollars off it, great. But hold on, we have a chat from Hold My Dual Shock says, have you boys heard Kanye's new song? Look, I'm not a Kanye fan at all. I've looked at his lyrics and people are like, this guy's a genius. His lyrics fucking suck.
He's
like
a producer.
They are like he writes good beats, I guess. But when everything is in 2 and 4, like when they're all in 2/4, they're like do like something like that, and then, like all the beats are the same, but it's like but they have different fun sounds behind them. I'm sorry, like you write good sounding stuff in general, but your fucking lyrics are trash, dude. Your fucking lyrics are the most garbage shit I've ever fucking heard. And so, have you heard the new Kanye song? I don't look for new Kanye songs. I literally do not listen to that shit. I've never like that. There's probably a good one or two out there that I have unintentionally heard where I was like, that's good, that's decent, but Jesus Christ, when I don't know, when you play music and when you write music, a lot of these musicians who are like, oh, we're top 40 artists or whatever, and no, you're not. You're fucking you're trash who just happens to hit the 2 to 4 beat, like 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. You just hit that on the right fucking tempo, and then you put a little bit of fucking random fucking sounds behind it, and all of a sudden now it's a song. So I'm sorry, fuck those people. And I've not listened to the new one, but I have been hearing some backlash about it, which sounds like it's like he's like being even more ridiculous than he has been. So
Man, the light's getting really right there. Can you hear me?
we can hear you.
Okay, just checking. Well, I mean, I was just waiting for Syker to show off more toys.
Oh, I have a lot, dude. I have an entire nerd wall. I just don't know how to put it in the back. That's the window.
Here's my thing with Kanye. I saw Kanye in concert once, like a long
Dude,
time ago.
I'm sure a lot of these people are great
He
in
was
concert.
interesting.
They're probably great. Like they have the whole dance regimen that goes on. Like they have the whole whatever thing that goes on to each other's song, and it probably looks great in person, and it probably is way more entertaining. But when you actually sit down and you actually listen to the fucking like you listen to the lyrics and then you listen to the way that their songs are set up, they're fucking mediocre. They're fucking mediocre as shit. And I'm sorry, like if people don't get that or don't hear that, then I mean that's on you at a certain point. I'm whatever. If you like it, great. Go ahead and listen.
Oh, I do.
Go ahead and be like, these are some of my favorite artists. Good for you. When I hear it, I'm just like, this is trash. Like,
I don't like him anymore.
Trash.
He was interesting at one time, but not anymore. Ooh,
do you know what this is?
Yeah, Boba Fett.
Ooh,
It's
that's
a
like
Kenner
the
1979 Boba Fett jetpack out the box that I found a long time ago.
wow.
If this was in a box,
if it's in the box, that thing would be worth probably a couple thousand.
Yes. Instead, it's just a trophy on the wall.
He's good condition.
Yeah,
he's still worth money, but just not nearly as much. I bought a new figure the other day. Actually, that was worth a little bit of money, but it's not a big deal. But hold on, I'll grab him.
Go get it. If you're gonna talk about it, be about it, man. Come on, Sean. Let's go.
All right. We'll wait for Alex to get back, but here he is.
Oh, in the box.
Yeah, I'm assuming this is
complete.
Probably Andy talking about. Have you guys heard the new Kanye? What's the new Kanye song? I will go ahead and play some of it. Just maybe is it good or is it bad? Or
isn't that a quick way to get flagged?
Dude, my channel's not monetized anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, you can see Shipwreck here.
Like when you're not monetized, you can kind of do whatever you want. Like to a point. Like I can't play like a fucking movie or something. That'll get you a copyright strike. Yes,
how much you this little fake poly bird, this little parrot is worth?
$200.
Not worth that much, but it's worth like $20-$30. Just this to complete Shipwreck. You know Shipwreck from G.I. Joe?
Yes.
Yeah. Great figure. Anyways, let's play the song.
Cool, man. Where do you pick that up at?
Oh, this local toy store here called Replay Toys in Eugene. Actually, It's a good store. I bought it from someone who knew what he had. Unfortunately, I didn't get him at like garage sale for cheap. I wish I could do that, but people in Eugene suck. Ugh.
Kata played it on New Black Street. I mean, look, I guess I could just look up new Kanye song. So, I mean, I guess that's on me. I could just new Kanye song.
Rockefeller was totally blocked because he played Star Wars content.
Well, he was probably playing a bunch of stuff. Like let's say you can get copyright claims, and then you can get strikes. Like when so hold my DualShock, and they meant well, but it's like you ever watch like some channels that have like it's like a blurry screen over like the video that's going on, and they did that while we were trying to review what was going on, and like they got hit with like 23 claims. Like, I've never, but it was ridiculous. But it's like they don't care about obviously their stuff is most channels that do stuff like that, it's like even when you do get monetized, you don't worry about the monetization part. You're like, it's like, hey, as long as like I don't know, the super chats and all that stuff come in, the memberships, the super chats, stuff like that come in, like that actually makes up more for whatever the monetization would be. But it's like they got slammed with like 23 for like for some it was righteous gemstones, and they were like, hey, we're gonna try this out, and they tried it out, and they got fucking slammed with it, and I was like, Jesus Christ, dude, like 23, because I get hit with them every now and then for like a 10-second clip or whatever, but it's like obviously they're thinking like they were like, we're just gonna put the video out there, and I was like, hey man, I've seen other people do that.
Well,
and
we were commenting on it. It's fair use. Like with Rockefeller, we were.
it should be fair use, and the way that it was done, like they put like I want to say like a filter over it, yeah, but it was just maybe it just wasn't enough, and maybe because basically they got hit basically every time that they started playing like 10 to 20 seconds of it. And so if you did that 23 times through like a 35-minute episode, all of a sudden it was just like that shit racked up, and they were just like, you got claimed, blah 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 blah. And it was like, god damn. So they were like, we're not doing that again. I'm like, I get it. I mean, I changed my intro theme, like the intro theme to my video, like to most of my videos, where I just have my regular like it's the avatar, it like comes up and it like does fire or whatever, and then it's just like bam, it's a 10-second thing, and I did it for
I was meaning to ask you about your intro, dude. I love that. How'd you set that up, or is that all continuous?
So that's actually 2 5-second clips that I added together that I did for free through AI, and I was like, hey, take this intro, which is the Gallows the Media thing, and then it's like, whoosh, and all of a sudden, like the avatar comes up, and he does the little whoosh or whatever, and I did that through 2 different things, or well, it was the same AI thing for 5 seconds, and so you only have 5 seconds to do that for free, and so I did all my shit for free, and then it just happened to work out to where it looked great, and it was like whoosh, and he does the whoosh, and then when he does that, and all of a sudden my logo pops up, and I was like, that worked out perfectly, and that worked out in one shot, and I was like, I mean, I can't ask for more than that. Like that shit's all fucking free, dude. Like I'm going to dispute it and use claim liars. Hey Rockefeller, if you're up and about, I know you probably are about to go do some stuff, but you're welcome to join. You have the link. You know you have the link. You know you have the link, dude. You're welcome on here all the time, every time.
Alex is
literally a
co-host, right? You're Alex. Alex, you're in our time zone, right? You're in Vegas.
No, I'm in LA. I'm in Los
You're in
Angeles.
LA. Okay, you are in our time zone. Okay.
Well, yeah. So it's West Coast. Yeah, he's
Rockefeller's like on the
West Coast. Yeah,
I mean, Vegas is the same time zone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Vegas is still the same time code.
Same time zone. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to make an intro still. Do you know what I'm probably gonna do?
About to walk out the door. Okay.
I'm gonna take a few different Russian video game characters and comic and anime characters, and just have different things of my face, and I'm gonna have Lost Anarchy. Put a reel as an intro, like take like Zangief, Revolver Ocelot, Omega Red, like fucking funny ass Russian characters, and just
Like
put my head on different ones.
one of the easiest ways to do
Kind of like what they do with that FNT.
one of
That'd
the
be cool.
easiest way the one of the easiest ways to do that is to literally go to like Fiverr, and then like you just find people on Fiverr, and they will make you an intro for it. It basically as cheap as you can get.
Huh.
But like
Well,
I
I
did
was gonna
mine.
use
I did
Mojo.
mine because I
Oh,
wanted to be like all me, all the time, whatever type of deal. And I'm saying now that like the things that I would like to do, I'm like I don't know how to do them properly. And even when you look at videos to learn how to do it, I'm like that's still above my it's still above my logical understanding of how certain programs and stuff work. So like that wouldn't work for me. But so you can go to Fiverr and do something like that. But it's like for me with like a little 10-second intro, like a quick stinger kind of deal, like that. Like you've probably seen. Well, it sounds like you guys have at least watched a couple of my like review videos. I have that like 10-second video, and the music behind it is my music. So like that's my music from my band, and then it's like I just do a quick whatever while having that in the background, so it's all me. So I can never get hit by that. It's other things in it that would possibly get me hit or whatever, like like
Yeah.
copyright or whatever.
I'm
Yeah,
shocked that you haven't gotten in
I
trouble
mean,
for your
if he can do it all in house, absolutely do it in
your
house.
gallows media thing, dude.
What about it?
Honestly, it's a ticking
Hey, what
time bomb.
about
It's a ticking time bomb.
dude? If I ever blow up and then dude, like even like Rockefeller is like he's like okay, I'm going to dispute it. Use like well, he was like I'm about to walk out. Like he has real things to deal with in real life, so uh, that's his thing. But
I'll talk
he's
to
even kind
Rockefeller. I'll
he's
do
even
his-
kind of said that like he sent me pictures where it's just like it's like a joke, like it's a joke or it's like gallows of media and it's just a bunch of people hanging, and I'm like yeah, I knew what I was doing when I started. I'm not
Don't
gonna
get me wrong, like
I knew what I was
bad.
doing when I
It's just
fucking
true.
started it. I knew what was going to happen possibly if it ever blew up. People are going to use it as like a racial thing. They're going to use it, but it's like it's the gallows. Like the idea behind it was like I'm walking you up to like the original idea was like let's talk about the news and whatever is going on, and I'm about to hang you up dry.
Hang the media. I
Like
got
that's the idea. But there's there's plenty of other things nowadays that people can easily take and just be like, this is racial now, and I'm
cancel
like,
this.
fuck
MF.
you. So I'm like, anyone that brings it up, I'm just like, I'm gonna address it now. Like I don't give a shit. Like that has nothing to do with anything that was with the initial idea behind it. So if people want to do that, I mean, go for it. Go for it. Go ahead and be like, this is a racial thing. Go for it. Go fucking literally hang your own self out to dry, because the people
Gallows aren't racist. The gallows have no feelings.
the fucking yeah the people that are the people that are already backing me or whatever, it's like they're not fucking racist. Like they're not racist. They're not whatever. Like that's not the point of what the fuck I'm talking about. Like that's not the point. And people who realize that are the ones that are going to support me anyways. So if all of a sudden a thousand people would say fuck this guy, but all of a sudden I still have, even right now, like it's fucking it's almost 3 a.m. There's 6 people watching. Like this is 6 a.m. in my end. There's 6 people watching. I only have 195 viewers now. Thank you guys for subscribing, by the way. which is it's kind of crazy. But because I lost like 4 because of the beginning of the month, that just happens regardless of whatever your channel is. But with that going on, you start realizing like a lot of that stuff that like it doesn't matter. It literally does not matter. And if you're just I don't know, true in your like, I don't want to say your convictions, but if you're true in your message that you're throwing out there, and you're true in the way that you present yourself, that people will respect what the fuck you're talking about. And obviously, I'm not sitting here shouting out racism. I'm not shouting out like, you know, hang people or whatever. It's the idea of that was to like, the idea behind it was to hang the fucking media. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, you know, fuck the media, because the media is trash. The media is trash. And if anything, that's been nothing but true. That like the media is this out there like hanging themselves. You know what I mean? So fuck them. Fuck them. So whatever. But
Fuck 'em.
I lost all of like 3 viewers talking about that. So that was terrible. Oh my god. I'm gonna end my channel now. Why would I ever talk about this? Why?
Yeah, cancel culture is dead. It's just no one
No,
cares about that.
it's bullshit, and nobody actually fucking cares. Like, you just
People
gotta
aren't going to
you
walk on
just gotta
eggshells
realize that.
anymore. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're done with that. It's over.
if you're walking on eggshells, you're a giant fucking pussy, and nobody actually will fucking give a shit about what you actually talk about, other than, I'm sorry, like random fucking liberal Democrat people. Like, I almost don't want to like lump liberals and Democrats together. And like, I get those are two different. Those are almost two different
They
sides
are.
of the same, but they're the same sides of the same beast right now. And so, like, if you're a
Are
liberal
they
or
though?
a Democrat,
Well,
dude,
it's
come
just a
on,
different.
Alex. We're in fucking California. You see it. You see it all the fucking time.
But there's liberals, there's Democrats, there's left wing. There's a lot
Yeah.
of
The
different
leftists.
sides to the
Leftists.
silver coin.
But a lot of those can be all fucking super glued to the side of what, you know, the left wing ideal. You know, it's like, and most of them would probably agree with it, which is fucking it's almost terrifying. You know, it's like, oh my god, like you believe this shit. And it's not that it's not that right wing is right at all. Don't get me wrong, like there's plenty of things that are probably wrong with, or like both
Right.
sides are not right, but
Both are extreme. They have extremes.
all the right has done, or like let's say with what like right or Republican has done, is they just sit there and they just say common sense things. That's how Donald Trump won. Like, he was just like, hey, by the way, there's only 2 genders. Have you guys heard about that? Like, you know, like, I mean, he didn't say it like that, but it's like he might as well have. But it's like, did you hear there's only fucking 2 genders out there? Ta-da! Wow, what a fucking surprise. And all of a sudden people are like, they just clapped it. This is fucking amazing. Wow. Well, all it was is taking common sense things and throwing it out there to the general public. And like, someone like me who's just been like, I don't know, I'm just working. Like, I wasn't like terminally online maybe as much as I am now. But when you hear shit like that, you start I don't know, you start realizing like, oh my god, is that what's wrong with everybody else around me, because everybody is acting so fucking weird? And then yes, that's actually the fucking truth, like most of the fucking time. It's kind of crazy.
Well, I think the difference, what you're seeing really between the two parties, with that you have a collectivist vision of the world and you have an individualistic vision of the world. And America, we've always been individuals. The left was individual, the right was individuals. We were always like, you know, a land of individuals. And then for some reason, I would say maybe 40 years ago or something, 50 years ago, what happened was we had sort of this collectivist sort of bent that came in, more of a Gnostic Hegelianism, and or you could say Marxist, whatever, a dialectic view of the world, and that kind of perpetrated through the Democrats. And so that's, people that like, what's the difference between fascism, communism? The difference is really they're both collectivist. One is on the right, one's on the left. But I can't say like a Republican's in any way, shape, or form a Nazi or a fascist, because they don't believe in the core tenets of fascism, which is collectivism. And I think that's really one of the big differences. Now we've seen the left kind of really is logged into this collectivist vision. And then you had classical liberals who are going, I'm an individual.
Yeah, like if you're against something at all of a sudden you're a fascist, you're anti-Semitic. It's like, I can't remember any time in my life where I was against gay people. Like, I'm like, dude, gay people are like most of the time the most fucking nicest fucking people in general. I have plenty of gay friends.
Well, the one thing you'll hear from someone on the right is like, well, you can do whatever you want. I don't care. And actually, I'm seeing that kind of change a little bit right now. I'm seeing Republicans becoming sort of collectivist too, which worries the shit out of me.
Well,
what about Alex? What were you going to say?
I don't personify the Republicans any more fascist than I look at the Democrats as Marxist. There are extremes, but considering, I'm a history buff, I definitely don't think the Democrats are communist.
Hold on, you're not just a history buff. You're actually from Russia. Like you live there. You've seen the difference. So like you have, I would say, a much stronger opinion than Americans.
And to be frank, as we have these conversations, I still consider myself more left-wing leaning than most people on, in our friends on our panels. But I don't consider myself a Democrat or a liberal anymore than I consider myself a Republican. I wouldn't vote for either party going forward. They both are now strange to me.
Well, it's like I've always looked at it the same way. I was like, oh, like both sides suck, but it's like what side sucks less? You know what I mean? Like that's kind of what I've always kind of looked at it like.
Well, certainly the Western Marxism, or you would say Western. I hate the word Marxism because it immediately has a bunch of connotations. That's why I would say more.
It has some connotation behind it, but yeah.
One thing I do want to say about Marxism. So, since Russia had a damn near 100-year experiment with it, not all Marxists are under the same umbrella. Marxism in Russia had its own conservative versus liberal, Stalinists versus Maoists. Like there was a lot of divide in that community.
One second, Hold My DualShock says, thank you. People forget that in order for someone to be let's just say blank there, you need to believe in government control of the market. Yes. We're roughly talking
there's
about
a vanguard.
Andy, I know that's Andy. Like you have access to join the stream. You can come on here and voice your opinion. Like just go ahead and jump on, brother. Like,
well, and so that's why I don't like the word Marxism. Certainly, like the Soviet Union had different Marxism too. You had Leninism, you had Stalinism, you had what followed Stalinism. So you had different kinds going through the entire arc of the Soviet Union, really.
My great-great-grandfather died in 1933 during the purges because he was a minister of trade between Iran and Russia, because ethnically we're Armenian, and he didn't do anything wrong. Like he just held the position of commerce. And
my family, they left Russia, Soviet Ukraine in 1925 or 1924 to escape.
People crash out when you point out the parallels between
you.
Fascism and communism.
Absolutely, because ironically, the extremes of both lead to the same place.
Yes.
Camp.
I'll leave that up. No, like Alex can definitely speak to that because he's literally Russian and Armenian, and he came from a place that dealt with those things. And
But
so
mind you,
that's why I love fucking having this guy on, because like he can literally speak to these points. And
I
like
came here because of a democratic Russia. It was a lot scarier in the 90s than a communist Russia.
I was there briefly,
Yeah.
and it was the Wild West
Yeltsin
in
was a
Moscow.
drunk
look, I got an awesome fucking lawyer.
People don't know
who's
how Putin got in power.
here like the lawyer. We got Sean, we got Alex, and these people have either lived through and or been a part of what we're actually talking about. And Jesus Christ, like they're
And you said you didn't want to get political and you wanted to talk about movies.
dude, I kind of wanted to, but you guys, like, what you guys have to offer is way the fuck more interesting. So, and like, it's way more interesting than who gives a shit about movies at this point, right? Like, who cares? Like,
I mean, art influences life and vice versa. You know, Return of the Jedi, the whole Ewok, that was Vietnam. That was one big allegory for Vietnam. So,
yeah, it was.
it was at the time,
And
but
teddy
now,
bears.
yeah, the teddy bears were supposed to be the Viet Cong.
Yeah,
but now they do like Trump allegories, and it's like, oh my god, like
But
who
they're so-
the fuck
That's the time
cares?
we're living in, and you know, he's not. A lot of people disagree with his policies, and to some people they affect. You know.
Well, my worry's always been the same. It's been eventually the left will go so far, and what'll happen is you're going to have a reaction to it. I don't think we're there yet, but it does worry me that you're going to have an overreaction to the left going too hard, and they have gone too hard for a long time. And we'll see. It's going to be interesting to see. But you just got to keep your eyes open.
I remember
shall
back in the
see.
day, Alex
Yes.
Jones was critical of George Bush Jr. about his globalist wars, you know, his policy, so to speak. And Alex Jones was always critical of Marxism. But back then he was critical because the right were in power and they had more of this like.
So we got another one from Hold My Dull Shock. I'm pretty sure there's it's less American, left versus right, and more what part a free market plays in the function of a society. Neither fascism nor communism can exist in a system without a controlled market. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Andy makes a good point, because one of the things we have is a lot of America is based on England, and England kind of formed around the bourgeoisie, the class of people that was the merchant class.
By the way, I sent you a link to this.
And the merchant class gained all that power. Go ahead, Syfaxx. But the merchant class gained a lot of power. A lot of other countries after feudalism, but a lot of other countries had feudalism really right up to World War I. Russia was one of those countries. They didn't have a real class of merchants that developed a free market that could be trusted. That's one of the reasons why they slipped into communism so relatively easily.
Right. But it was a rich country. It was just out of control.
Even Andy agrees with that, because like, look, he's a lawyer. He's probably much smarter in a lot of these things than we are, and that's why I like to bring a bunch of.
I can't even get my camera working, man.
He can't get his camera to work, but he can outschool us in literally law. He can do that.
Making me blush. Thank you, though.
But that's you're white. You're excessively white. So
I can't. I'm trying to change
if you're blushing, if you're blushing, we can't see it yet.
I don't know, for some reason I can't figure this out.
There you go.
It's a little bit, but I don't know. But anyways, but thank you guys. I appreciate it. But
Sean is fucking awesome, and also Alex. Who's actually like literally from Russia, who came out here and then made a life for himself from then, or whatever. It's like, but they have obviously different backgrounds or whatever, but they can actually speak on these things to a proper degree that I feel I can't. But luckily, because I have awesome friends like Sean and fucking Alex here who can speak on these things. So why not highlight them and get that going? You know, and like if we're going to talk about it, let's bring on people who can actually fucking speak about it. You know what I mean? And I think that's great. That's one of the better things about the internet. That's one of the better things about YouTube in general. Is like, you know, Sean's obviously, you know, he's a lawyer, but he's also like some of the things that he likes
Been
to
around.
talk about.
What state do you practice
He's been
law in?
around a minute.
What state
well,
are you in?
Oh, I don't practice law anymore. I've actually got disbarred because I kind of commit. I supposedly commit, allegedly. No, I committed a felony for conspiracy.
See the lawyer speak there. He's like,
so
supposedly,
I'm actually. I'm a
which is why I like him on here.
I was a California
allegedly.
lawyer. California lawyer.
Hearsay.
Yeah, it's all hearsay. I was a California lawyer. Practiced up in SAC.
Immigration?
Oh no, I never did immigration law. I did family law primarily, and tax law. And
What-
so I have a tax-
I've only dealt with
What
immigration.
what I thought was interesting is when you were talking about maritime law, which is like something people are like not familiar with at all. And you were like the second person to ever, like, I even heard about maritime law
bills of
talked about.
lading.
And then the guy who was talking about it sadly passed away.
Oh,
But
yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
that
like-
was we forgot. We remembered it the other day. But
he's
he's a good dude.
He was an awesome dude, and he got his 100,000 plaque or whatever, and for YouTube stuff, and he's good people. I mean, like, that's kind of sad to talk about, but I mean, you're the only other lawyer type person. Like, I know you're like you're like, I'm disbarred or whatever, but whatever.
You can never take away the knowledge. That's the funny part. Is I don't.
Yeah. It's like just because
you still remember. Like, I was in law school.
It's like it's not like that. All of a sudden, it's like, oh, I'm disbarred. Like, I don't know anything about law now. Oh my god. No,
It's funny. Some people really act that way.
He's still knowledgeable in the things that he's talking about, and it's
the
awesome.
State, California's out of money. The state bar is out of money. So they sent me a thing saying, we'll settle with you and you could get reinstated. And so I'm like, I got to move back to California. I don't know about that, but
What state are you in now?
I'm in Oregon.
I want to do that.
I
I want to do that. Wait like a half a year until it gets up to your state.
Oh, yeah. No, I never practiced in Oregon. I just moved back here because I went to school here. So I'm from Sacramento in LA.
Old Madolchuk has to say a lot of boomers look at certain forms of capitalism based on corporations or cooperations and mistake it as communists, such as mercantile capitalism.
Well, you know what?
Jesus, that's a lot of big words, man. Like,
you know, the book that Marx wrote is called.
You realize I just woke up, right? Like,
right? So where did the word capitalism come from? It came from Marx. And who was Marx talking about?
Of course it did. Yeah.
You're talking about Jews like me. That's who he's talking about. He was talking.
Marx was a drunk reactionary that took everything from Engels, who spoke 8 languages,
whose kids all committed suicide and just it was terrible. Yeah, Engels wrote half that stuff.
Engels did all the work. Marx did all the credit.
Yeah. Oh, and Engels gave him all the money because he was lazy.
Dude, okay, look, I'm going to be highlighting all your stuff when you're typing it, but you have the link. You can come in here and talk to us. You do realize that the history of European nations falling into authoritarianism. Jesus Christ, what is this word? Authoritarianism.
Authoritarianism.
Authoritarian. Oh my God!
Spell it and use it.
I can't even. Is fascinating. In practice, the tenets of each nation's brand of and you did it again. You threw the word out there again. The word that I can't pronounce.
A real reactionary.
I understand that I have trouble with S's and like they don't work. They don't work for me. Oh,
and it's actually one of those words that doesn't change the S to a Z.
It doesn't matter if I'm drinking or not. Like I can't say these words, these long words. I can read them and I understand what the fuck you're talking about. authoritarianism were in an attempt to explain to the American public why. Awesome. And then hold on, he has a follow up, which is we would work with one. God damn it, you fucking threw it out there. Authoritarian government condemning another. Jeez, Andy, like I met Andy. He's a good, like, I don't know, 1-2 inches taller than me. I'm gonna backhand you the next time I fucking see you, and it'll be like, let's see what's up. Like, I'm willing to throw down for like half a second.
Okay,
Like, I'll just be like, let's see what's up, because fuck you and your goddamn responses. Also,
Alex, when did you leave Russia?
You made is fucking amazing.
93.
And,
Okay, so I was there in 2000,
keeping it good, dude.
2001. So I remember in Moscow, all the casinos. It was the wild fucking west out there. It was crazy.
2001 is kind of when it began to
change,
but also, like, this is the thing about Putin, because I was there before Putin, so I realize how hectic it is. The reason why most Russians accept him is because they accept that he brought control, and he stopped the craziness, the madness, the anarchy, it
was the Wild West. When you say that,
okay, hold on. My thing is about look, I like to shout out people in the chat, and so Sergeant Garatina was like, morning guys. So Sergeant Garatina is getting up and about. So what's up, Sergeant Garatina? We saw you, like, even highlighted you building your Star Wars, I believe, as a tank that you were building. We highlighted that a little bit earlier. Let's go ahead and shout out people like voice protagonist. Good mornings, Sergeant Garatina, towards you, whatever. But also, what's up, voice protagonist? Let's see here. Aimed S. Syfaxx can only spell beer. That is probably true. That might. I'll be like, let me get another beer right now. Let me just get another beer.
Hey, you can spell whiskey too.
It's BEAR, and then all of a sudden I get attacked by a polar bear. But whatever. Life happens. It's fine. But Syfaxx can spell whiskey too. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. And that's from John here on the goddamn panel talking shit, you fucking bastard. Let's go ahead and highlight Trade Federation tag. It's from the Phantom Menace. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, I wasn't sure what it's from. I'm not that big of a Star Wars fan to the point where I know what it was. But we did put, I did put your video on, like we were stream sniping you while we were going live and whatnot, and like we did it for just like maybe a couple minutes, and that's fucking awesome, dude. Like, keep it up, man. Like, get cool shit and fucking post about it. Like, that's how this stuff grows. Like, that's how you grow in general, and like, it's fucking awesome. So awesome.
So Alex, just real quick, but I was talking about it, but I said it was like the Wild West, and not exactly. But what were you going to say about that? You were going to say
Putin brought stability and security. People value that over a lot of things.
And people
voice protagonist said, "I said hello to you 30 minutes ago." You know what, voice protagonist? Fuck you, but also at the same time, oh, what's up, brother? Like, you want to have a drink? Like,
I thought it was a voice propagandist, not protagonist.
No, voice protagonist. Like, he's awesome. Like, he's meant to be one of the few people. Like, whether I'm in random chats, like I know who are in the, like, let's say the same channels, or like they're following the same people, because people like voice protagonists will be in there, or other people here in my chat are just like, hey, what's up, man? And or just been like, hey, what's up, Syfaxx? So I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, I love that. Like, I adore the hell out of that. I'm just like, this is cool. Like, it's cool to get kind of recognized outside of other people's stuff. But voice protagonist is one of those people. Also, Sergeant Garatina does that, and I don't know, like, I know. I'm not gonna lie. Like, maybe it's the narcissism in me a little bit, where it just kind of starts racking up, where you're just like, this is fucking cool, and people are recognizing you in other people's things, and voice protagonists, Sergeant Garantino, people like that, like they just I don't know.
So Alex,
They'll shout you out. But
Alex, were
I
you there?
know I'm cutting you guys off, but I'm gonna
No,
keep
it's all
cutting
right.
you off. Go ahead and talk. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Alex, were you there?
Anyways.
No, I,
no,
I
go
I
ahead.
just want to get this point out. But like, Alex, were you there in 90? Was it 93 when they attacked the White House there in Moscow?
Yeah, I was
Were you
there.
there? Okay, you were there. So you know how crazy people in America don't even remember that. They just remember the Soviet Union falling. They don't remember the fact that there was like
Hardliners wanted to keep power when power was already
gone.
You can't introduce a free market system
Twice.
into a controlled economy, like somebody said in the comments.
It's
And
hard. It's
Gorbachev
difficult.
was there to weaken the system from within, whether purposefully or not. His economic policy destroyed, the socialist system.
Well, I
And
don't know.
Yeltsin was basically there to make
Well.
things
Again,
much
I'm going to cut you guys off just for a half a second, and then you guys continue on. Just because, like I said, my channel is about the people, and the people have spoken, and some of the people happen to be. Hold My Dill Shock was saying, "Hey, what's up, voice protagonist?" And then voice protagonist said, "Hey, back." And I want to point those people out because they are obviously, like, I'm on
power to the people.
hold my like I'm on Hold My Dulcec's channel, like basically every Thursday for Fan Rant Thursdays, and voice protagonist is not only just commenting on here, but he's also like he's commenting on a bunch of people's stuff, like good people in general, and he's also shouting out hold my Dill Shock. He's like, hey, whatever. I want to shout that out just because, dude. I kind of want all these people to be seen in general, like, you know what I mean? It's like, dude, if even if it's like a smaller channel like mine, or a bigger channel like Hold My Dill Shock, or maybe even DA's, like we see you, we absolutely see you, and I don't know. I feel that that's just the decent thing to do. That's how I used to feel when I was just a random lurker, or like I'm just a random person talking in chat, or whatever. It's like, dude, we see what you're fucking talking about, and sometimes you might get highlighted. You know what's up. So I don't know. You know what I mean. It's like let's go ahead. And like, see, even John's on the panel right now, and he says, "Hey, Syfaxx," and this guy's a giant faggot. Like, he's on the screen, but fuck you, and also, hey, what's up, man? Like, what kind of lawyerisms can you throw towards me?
No, I was going to tell Alex. Alex was talking about, it was out of control. And certainly, I don't know if you were there around the '96 election with
Absolutely voiced
with Yeltsin.
The one that America interfered in?
Yes, the one that America directly interfered in. Yes, that's
directly.
Yeah,
I was actually, no, I was gone by that point. But
you obviously you mentioned what I was going to
say. Even Hold My Dill Shock said, "What's up, voice protagonist?" Even Hold My Dill Shock is seeing you, brother. There you go. Look, it's not that I mean to cut any of you guys off when you guys are talking, but one of my, like I said, one of my things is, like, I like to look at the chat, and I'm gonna be reading the chat probably more than other channels do, and so if people are talking, I'm going to be highlighting them, and then I will talk about it. But I obviously still, I definitely want to hear what everybody on the panel is talking about. But like, why not talk to the people who support, right? Like, isn't that kind of the point of some of this stuff? Like, let's highlight those people. So
no, I think
anyways,
I think Alex was just pointing out what I was going to point out. We interfered in that election Putin. I mean, what Yeltsin wouldn't have won if it wasn't for our. I always get the two confused. And obviously, Putin wasn't initially elected; he was installed, and yeah, it was kind of rigged there. So a little bit crazy, but not exactly.
He was put into power because he wasn't going to investigate Yeltsin's crimes, wrongdoings.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was
There
put.
was a certain level of trust between, and loyalty is really important to Putin. Most of the people in positions of power now, for better or for worse, are in his inner circle. He's very loyal to a fault to those who are loyal to him. And everything that's transpired almost since him becoming president, the war in Ukraine, a lot of other policies, it's a continuation of the 90s. Failed policies, failed paperwork, the West not holding true to their word, because I mean everything Russia says, like Russia's portrayed as the villain, but every slight and provocation that's talked about with NATO is fact.
Yeah, I mean,
NATO promised not to expand eastward. They went far beyond, and
that was
that was the deal when chess, and NATO exists, but the Warsaw Pact doesn't, because that was the antithesis to NATO. Why is NATO still expanding to encircle Russia? It's
obvious. Yeah, it's obvious. It's always been obvious. And we made that promise when when NATO absorbed East Germany. That was the promise. Right. We're not going any further. And people forget that East Germany even existed at this point. They forgot all about that stuff, except when it came to an election, when they found out that half the people voted for this conservative guy, and we better ban that whole party because we want to stay in power. Basically, it's ridiculous. Now they're becoming they've always been the authoritarians, to a certain degree. It's just Western Europe, they have a different mindset than Americans do, or the American mindset's very different.
Right, and now Western Europe again is telling Ukraine and Russians to fight each other, and that they're different Slavic people, that they're not, in fact, brothers, when we are, keyword kinfolk, whatever you want to call it. And this is very similar to what Germany did, because they went into Ukraine and divided Russians and Ukrainians because of the hatred both peoples had for
this is extremely interesting to me, because
we're not talking about Marvel.
No. Actually, I don't want to talk about Marvel. Marvel's easy.
I will say
shit. Marvel's shit, and then we can move on.
I will say. I'll say the one thing about Marvel. Have you ever seen that show? What was the show with Samuel L. Jackson?
See, you can't even remember the name of it, so obviously it's crap.
It was crap, but they had a part of it where they went to Glasgow, Scotland. Oh, this is Moscow, and I'm like, that ain't Moscow. Moscow's actually a pretty nice city. I mean,
they film a lot of stuff in Scotland or Romania. Tetris was all in Scotland. Tetris wasn't filmed.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Russia at all. It doesn't look like Moscow at all. It looked like Glasgow.
With having somebody who is literally a Russian, I'm not sure up to what point you were
Russian.
Still Russian.
Well, no. Like you came from Russia or whatever. I mean, that's how Chris Gore, of all people,
that's we met. We met in Russia.
Yeah, he told me he met you there when he went out there or whatever, and then you came out here or whatever. That's how I met you, through him, and he was like, "Hey, this is my friend from Russia." That's how I met you in general. That's the only kind of backstory that I have. I'm sure there's probably a lot more behind that, but that's how I met you. So how else am I gonna sit there and introduce or even talk about you in that way? You've never either corrected or recorrected whatever he said towards it. You know what I mean?
No, that's. I mean, it's
pretty fair. I would say that's pretty fair, right? That's literally how he introduced me towards you. When he was like, "Hey, this is my friend from Russia," boom, and then there you go. And I met you through Chris Gore, and obviously a ton of people know Chris Gore or whatever through however ways they know Chris Gore. He's not just internet famous now, but he's also like he's famous in other ways or whatever. He's like television famous or whatever. And
Yeah,
he
yeah.
just
He's
he just happens to be a friend of ours. He just happens to be a
yeah.
friend of ours.
He's
And it's
a
just like
critic, a writer, all the stuff with
he
G4.
does he does all the stuff people that
magazine.
he yeah no he's a good like I said like I was saying earlier or like even what I was saying about Garatina, good people. They're good people. Like he's good people. He's
Oh,
he's a good
Secret
person.
Invasion is the name of the show.
Secret
I
Invasion.
never watched it.
It was
That was the
terrible,
one
but
with the Game
Was
of
it
Thrones
Secret
girl.
Invasion or just Invasion?
Secret Invasion.
That was the
Secret
one with Khaleesi. What's her name?
Oh yeah. That's the one with
Yeah. She got the
Where was
Drax
it?
arm that had like, and she has
Oh,
all the superheroes,
so-
superpowers all in one.
It's
Like,
terrible.
where,
Yeah, she was fighting them. Yeah,
yeah,
all those.
where the hell is she? Like, why is she showing up for some of this stuff? Like,
Yeah, what happened to the president? Because they switched out. Oh, because he lost the election.
I can tell you this: she doesn't show up in fucking Thunderbolts. She doesn't show up in that at all. Like,
Terrible.
and that'd be a perfect place for her to show up. I mean, I probably would have hated that. I'm not gonna lie, but
Here, I'm gonna do one anti-commercial. Do not buy these ever. These nuggets from Taco Bell, they suck. They're terrible. Don't eat them. Don't order them. That's my public service.
I believe you. I believe you.
But no, that's not what Moscow looks like. Moscow is actually a really beautiful city, and Moscow doesn't look like Glasgow, Scotland, and that's what was that bothered me a lot about watching that movie. It's just
Moscow is a ring city. Like how you have your normal traffic, or the way a city's set up is a grid, right?
Yep, and big ass streets.
And Chris Gore will attest to this because like we were stuck in traffic, our bus didn't move at all. Like I would tell people, get off, go to the bathroom, come back, you'll still be there. The reason why Moscow is a ring city is designed from the olden days to repel invasions. It's designed to stop tanks and vehicles, whatever, cavalry, any age, from comfortably going through. Because when you have a city that's all rings, it's impossible to navigate unless you're from that city.
Yeah, it's a beautiful town. I remember when I stepped the first time I was in Moscow. The next day, I went to Red Square, and it was just I was blown away. Then I went to the Kremlin, blown away. Everything was beautiful, and it was in such great shape. They took care of it.
Did you see Lenin? He's
still
there.
Of course. I can't even imagine why. I'll
tell you why. Out of respect for our Chinese comrades.
You think so?
That's a joke, but there's a lot of truth in that.
Yeah, I mean, it made no sense why he was still there when I was there, and it makes less sense now.
So we got obviously John, who's on the panel, who says, "Hey, hold my DualShock. What's up? What's up?" And then we also have Hold My DualShock responding, said, "How's it?" Known as John Cuckass JD LLM. What does LLM stand for?
It's a legal degree. It's a master's of law. I have 2 of them.
Well, can you elaborate? I mean,
no, I have a Juris Doctorate. That allows you to take the bar. The Juris Doctorate, it's a doctorate. And then I have 2 masters. It's kind of like the law works weird. You get the masters after you get the doctorate. So it kind of works in reverse. So you get my 2 masters are in international business transactions and taxation.
Okay.
That's why I did M&A. I did merger and acquisition.
You said you were disbarred, though, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So do those actually apply still, or you were just?
They're still my honorifics. Yeah.
Okay.
How
does that work when you're
practicing
disbarred?
attorney? You'll put Esquire at the end of it. I'm just putting my honorifics. I just put my degrees, which I still hold.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you're very knowledgeable in the stuff that you're talking about, but it's like I'm curious, like how do those work when you're disbarred?
A lot of people.
Like how does that work? I'm actually super curious.
I
Like,
wasn't disbarred by the University of the Pacific or anything.
no, you said you were disbarred. So
I was disbarred by the state of California, by the California State Bar, which is a quasi-public entity, but it's not even really a public entity. Kind of odd thing, but it's.
so you're still, I guess,
I could still take a bar.
Like
I could actually take a different
you're
state
still
bar.
legally in all the states outside of California, kind of deal.
Oh, at District of Columbia, that's another story. Oh, and
I'm just super.
Law
I'm just
Society
curious.
of England and Wales.
I'm
That too.
literally like, this stuff is outside of
'Cause
my knowledge.
I was a
of,
lawyer in England and
like,
Wales too. But that's not. I don't like talking about that stuff. So,
Well, okay. Look, if you don't want to talk about it, we don't have to talk about it. I'm just super curious because I'm just curious how that works, because you said you were like, hey, I'm a disbarred lawyer, but at the same time, even being a disbarred lawyer, you have obviously knowledge of whatever things are going on, and then on top of that, it's like, okay, well, what? Like, how does that work outside of that? Like, how does that work being in even the United States, being like a disbarred lawyer? Like, what states do allow someone like you to maybe perform or not perform law and everything like that? It's literally just, it's just curiosity. That's just curiosity.
Well, I can't practice in other states because I don't have passed the bar exam in those states.
Okay, so you can only perform law, or you can only perform law in whatever states you pass the bar exam for.
Well,
and you're barred from. It sounds like you're barred from California.
Well, yeah, until I pay my fees, then I could maybe reapply.
But I don't. Look, I'm not trying to delve into your like financial.
Actually, I was thinking about reapplying.
I'm literally just curious. That's it. That's literally it. Yeah. That's it. But it's like the obviously the way you talk and the way that you have way more information about some of these things that like some of us would have. Obviously, you're way more informed than like, say, a layman, which would be someone like me, who I'm just like someone who sees a case or whatever. But you're like, no, I have a little bit more than that. Like,
I'll just say this: the bar really had nothing to do with me being disbarred at all. It was really the feds. That's what really led to it, was the feds. The feds wanted my client. I refused to testify against my client. That's when the bar stepped in and started going after my current roster of clients at the time and trying to get me disbarred. And they did. And that's really what happened. It was really not even the bar. If it was just the bar, nothing, I'd be still practicing. It was really the feds that led to that.
See, that even that's crazy. It's like, what's the difference between like the feds and the bar? You know what I mean? Like I kind of know, just because I've watched people like Rakeda and some of the other people who have, like, let's say, LawTube, even though they don't like to be called that. Whatever, I don't give a shit. Whatever, that's what it is. It's LawTube. What's the difference between that and what happened to you? If you don't mind talking about it. If you don't want to talk about it, absolutely do not talk about it.
The state bar fears the feds because the feds, obviously, we found out through USAID and a bunch of other ways we found out recently, they fund a lot of different quasi-governmental, maybe nonprofit organizations that the state bar would be part of. So the feds have been funding the state bars. That's why they came out with me recently, like a month ago, saying, we want to settle with you. We'll settle for, whatever you want. We just need money. And it's because the feds have been paying their way for a long time, along with the state of California too. Pete Wilson tried to get rid of that at one time, who was the former governor of California, but didn't work. But yeah, that's what happened. It's the state bar was fearful of the feds. They want to make the feds happy because they end up paying for a lot of their organization. And without them, the same thing with the American Bar Association. So they fear the feds.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Fuck the feds, right?
Oh yeah, fuck the feds. They're terrible. They're evil.
That's the takeaway
I
for
shed
like
I shed no
for most
tears for the
people.
people that lost their jobs at the DOJ. I share not a single tear. I'm happy as hell. They deserved every misery they get. Believe me.
Fuck them and whatever.
They didn't care about
that
breaking
is.
up my family. Let's put it that way. They didn't
No,
care about.
in all honesty, like I'm actually 100% agreement with you when something like that is like, oh my god, these people are losing their jobs. Good.
Good. They deserve every
Absolutely
misery
good.
they get. I hope they suffer more.
Fuck you, because like for one, you're not supporting anything. All you're doing is your job is to take away from people.
They're the dictatorship of the
That's
proletariat.
actually that's what your job is. Your job is to take away from the people in general, and then you have to justify that by, I don't know, being like, oh, we're doing good for everything else, and then you still have to drive on the same shitty roads, you have to drive on the same shitty fucking streets or whatever. Like everything is still crap, like everything is a disaster, but you're like, oh, we're taxing you for this. how I don't get that mentality at all. It's like if I worked for like the fucking I don't know, the let's just say the IRS or whatever, and it's like you have to sit there and tell somebody you owe me X amount of money for bullshit that clearly isn't getting done. Like it's like, oh, we're paying for the roads. Are you? Because half of them are closed down, because half of them are cracked, half of them are whatever. Like this is some bullshit, and it's like at a certain point you got to be like, you got to, I
Where's
don't
the
know,
money
take
going?
it exactly. It's where's the money going, and then you got to
We
be
have a
like,
public sector. Why is it not
well,
doing its
what
job?
the
Because
fuck
no one's
is
accountable.
happening?
No one's accountable to it.
Oh, they're not accountable, but they're accountable to whoever their boss is, and it's like,
It's
hey,
not even the politicians. It's really that editorial
you
elite.
didn't do what I told you to do, and it's like, okay, actually I did, but what the fuck? And then all of a sudden, the roads are still shitty, everything is still shitty, everything's still crap or whatever. Even if it's like, oh, I got this person to pay 80,000 for their taxes. Check it out. That road still is it's still fucked up. By the way,
Roads have been
have you
fucked
checked that
like
out?
in
Like
this country.
what the hell are you talking about?
Dude,
Like
they've been talking about tearing down this bridge in Portland, Washington. There's a bridge that goes over the Columbia River. They've been talking about it since I was a kid. That 40 years tearing it down and putting a new bridge. They still haven't even started construction. It's been like 40 years.
dude,
And all they do is talk.
Gavin Newsom out here in California, and like Alex can attest to this, because he's also in California. He's been talking about cleaning up homelessness or whatever for the last like 12 fucking years, if not more. Like it's a lot. He's been talking about it for a long fucking time. Look,
I met
one of my friends like literally lived like about 12 to 10 minutes away to drive, and he used his bike to get to the train station in North Hollywood, and then he would use the train station to get there. And then he was like, dude, if I were just to simply give a quarter to every person that asked me for anything, like gave me like asked me for any money, if I were just to be like, here's a quarter here, to just a quarter. And he was making $21 an hour at the time, and this was about 12, 13 years ago. He was like, I would make less money than I do in the day, like for his a full day of work. He was like, the amount of quarters he would have to give out to people, that would actually equivalent, or like it would be equivalent to more than the amount that he would make in a full day's work at way beyond. Like he was making like $21 an hour when minimum wage was like $13 an hour, so he's making good money. But
if you're homeless, why are you living in the valley? That makes no sense. Why would it gets hot there.
Because it's easy money. You just have to say, "Hey, give me a quarter."
You're gonna be homeless. I'm gonna live in like San Diego or something. That's just awful. Or live in go to freaking Venice Beach or something. A lot of homeless people live there. I mean, why would you live in the valley? It makes no sense. That's just my opinion.
It's ridiculous.
There's a lot of institutions in LA that receive money to combat homelessness. Now, if homelessness suddenly goes away, a lot of these institutions will no longer receive money. You got to look at it this way.
Yeah.
Kind of like the way doctors get paid to treat diseases. If they cure said diseases, they will no longer receive said funds. So, not to be a conspiracy theorist.
That's not a conspiracy theory. That's the truth. I seen in Oregon. It's an industrial homeless complex.
Hold my dose, says night, gents. Hey, have a good night, Andy. I'm pretty sure that's you. And yes, have a good night, man. Like I just threw this on because like I couldn't get back to sleep. But so
you're gonna go? Are you tired now yet? What? Are you tired?
Sorta.
Yeah.
But, like even my one of my roommates was like, he was like, dude, it was like, yeah. Like I can hear you. You're being fucking loud. And I'm like, I don't even think I'm being that loud. Which is crazy. Like my voice is super low and like I have to turn my decibel point on this fucking microphone right here where I'm tapping. That you probably even hear the tapping when I'm doing it. But it's like I have to turn that like 30 decibels above what it's actually at just to hear me. And I was like, I'm being loud, motherfucker. I'm like, okay, like, whatever. Like, like I said, I don't like to step on people's toes, but
Did you see what me and Andy were just exchanging a little Dutch good night or goodbye?
I did not.
Well, then never mind.
I saw how's it the artist formerly known, and then I saw yours.
No, way down
Invasion.
at the bottom.
There's only a couple
the
of these.
Scenes. Yeah, see, I said, and then Andy's did the last one.
Good night, and then
I did toad scenes.
Toad scenes. I don't know what that is. I do not.
In Dutch. Well, in he spells it in Afrikaans, but I was spelling it in Dutch way. Just point that out.
Well, that's why I say Prost, but instead of cheers.
L'chaim.
Hold on. My cat is literally meowing at my door because I closed her out. Poor Calypso.
What's your? There he goes.
Good.
So your cat's name is Calypso?
Yeah, Alex. His name's Calypso. Her name is.
I have a Malinois, a Belgian Shepherd. You know, the dog of the militaries of the world. You know what his name is?
What?
Marx. Serious.
That's cool.
Let you know about my leanings, my left leanings.
Well, I had a
preparation for history.
This one's a bad one, but when I was a kid, I was a little kid. I had a cat, and she was a half.
Right, because Sager's so left, we're about to kick him out for the fucking stream. Fuck this guy! Oh my god, how can we ever have someone like this? We can't do that.
No, but I took my little cat. I had a kitten, so I know like Syfaxx, like he's raising a kitten, and I had a great cat. Her name was Blazer, and anyways, that's why I said it's okay to spay her. And because I spayed Blazer, anyways, and I was taking her to get her spayed. And at the vet I was in a very conservative part of outside Sacramento in a town called Wilton, and it was somewhat conservative. And there were some white supremacists there, and one brought in his dog, and his dog name was Hitler. And I'm sitting right there, and
that's how they kind of funny. Like I'm not gonna.
It's kind of
someone's like,
it ain't as funny if you're Jewish.
Well, yeah, okay, fine, but it's kind of funny. Like,
it was kind of funny,
even if you're Jewish. Like,
it was kind
of. Do you not have a sense of humor?
Yeah,
like,
no, it was kind of funny. It was kind of funny, kind of scary.
Semi funny.
Like, it's kind of funny, but
like for a dog's name to have one vowel, so and it's short and strong.
Yeah, so his dog was named Hitler,
This-
and I'm like, I'm
this
here.
is
I'm only my little
Calypso.
kitten. I'm a grown
This
man.
is
holding a
Calypso.
kitten.
She's the goddess of the
He's
sea.
a tuxedo cat, right? That's a tuxedo cat.
Look how much she
Yeah.
likes the sea. She's like, I'm
She's
the goddess
adorable.
of the sea.
You got it.
blah,
You
blah,
gonna
blah,
spay her?
blah, 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 blah. I need to. Yes. No. I got your message.
No, I spayed
Look,
split.
I'm looking.
Laser,
I'm
and
looking.
she was
into it.
fine. It never changed her.
She is awesome. This is Calypso again. Oh my god, how cute.
She's adorable.
Blah, 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 blah.
But no, but I was just thinking, like, your dog's name Mark's that dog was named Hitler. And I'm just like, I had this little kitten. I mean, she was like a cat, maybe like a year old, and she was adorable. And she loved me to death. Like, she would never leave me. And I'm just holding this kitten. This guy, the Hitler was a mean dog. It was like a pit bull, Sac County pit bull or something, just big ugly dog. And I was like, it was kind of weird. But yeah, so I don't know, dog story. Is your other dog named Angles?
No, my other dog's name is Lulu.
That's good. But no, it's definitely. But Syfaxx, you guys can talk it out. But I think we had a great conversation tonight.
Yeah, we're about to be 15 minutes from 2. I'm gonna go ahead and
Wait, to
go
50
to
minutes?
2 hours, like 15 minutes to 2
Okay.
hours, and then like I like
Jeez.
even numbers, and that's why even
That's 'cause
one of
you're
my last
autistic.
ones, I might be a little bit. So 15 more minutes or 16 minutes, 15 minutes, because it's about to be, and 15 minutes. There we go.
So Alex, you go back to Russia a lot?
I haven't been there since the war.
Okay, well, yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude. Why did you have to bring up the war? No one wants to think about the war. No, I'm
I hope it ends.
I hope it ends. Yeah, I want my Russian standard back, if that matters to anybody.
But I do have dual
Yeah.
citizenship, so I can go back there carefree.
Hey, Alex, if I were to play Rivals and or something else, are you down to play with me? What
Tonight?
No.
Alex is
Actually,
looking like, tonight?
I mean, I can down. Like, I have Rivals right now.
I'm in, just not tonight. All my stuff right now, I'm actually shocked that this is running as well as it is, because I'm downloading Call of Duty to get back into that whole.
Well, which
scene.
version of on what? On the computer?
Just us talking on the fly, like all of a sudden, like we have more viewers than I've had kind of all night. We have 7 people, which is crazy. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? But,
well, I might be an extra viewer. I'm watching on my other account too.
As I mentioned it, but no, but no, in general, no, I want to start trying to like play some video games and live stream them, and we'll see how that goes.
We should do competitive Rivals. I mean, just play Rivals because it's competitive, not the competitive mode. But we should play some Helldivers and some Space Marine.
All right.
I think you get a kick
those
out
are
of those.
games. I think I have them.
Right?
I'm pretty sure I have them. Yes, but I have to maybe either re-download them or something.
Because I remember Aiden was like all about playing Space Marine, and then he stopped. Right
Yeah.
away.
So you know Aiden, whatever.
Yeah.
Good people. His dad works for Paramount or whatever.
Is he really? I knew he worked for something.
Yeah. Like, so when it's like, hey man, like, what are you talking about? How do you know this behind the scenes stuff? It's like, dude, you don't know the people that I know. It's like, even though I like, it almost sounds like a joke around about talking about like I'm friends with Chris Gore or whatever. It's like, Alex right here is literally a good friend of Chris Gore. I'm a friend of Chris Gore, whatever. Like we actually literally know these people. But on top of that, we actually know other people who are around that circle of people who happen to be connected to Hollywood stuff. A lot.
Actually, I just can't think of them right now.
No. Well, I'm not gonna name them because like I'm
Name
not
them.
but it's like we literally know these people to a certain extent, and so when I'm sitting there, I'm like, I heard behind the scenes of blah blah blah. It's like people could probably sit there and be like, this motherfucker is a liar. Like this guy is, he's joking around or whatever. And it's like, No, actually, I'm not. I'm not going to sit there and say their name because I don't want them to get fired or some shit.
I remember when I was
But
living in
Alex here is another person who can actually like back up some of those claims
yes,
because
yes, the claims
he
are true.
also
Hold on,
he
2
also
seconds.
he also knows those fucking people because we all know the same people. And it's like, dude, we're not lying. We're just we gotta sometimes I don't know, you gotta talk around the truth a little bit and then like do it in a way that doesn't throw these people out into the wind and like we all that want these people to still have jobs or whatever. So it's like it's just like
Yeah,
maybe we heard it. Maybe we heard it through the grapevine. You know what I mean? And it's
We need
like
to get the jobs back in LA. We need that. California needs that.
You need that, but also you want to keep your fucking job that you
Yeah.
do have. So, when I say stuff, it's I'm not gonna lie, it's absolutely fucking true. But also, like, here you go, and now we have someone like Alex here who's also around those same conversations, and it's like, yes, this is absolutely fucking true. We hear it from the same fucking people. We hang in the same group of
right,
people.
right. I've been to the parties. I've met like a lot of personalities. That's all I can call them.
Yeah. But sometimes they'll talk about what's going on and you're just like, okay, I'll see
This
it when
is,
I'll see it when I see it, and then you
I
see
think
it.
this is why Gore likes hanging out with me, or when we go to like premieres or like Hollywood events. Because if there's a director or a writer or an actor, I usually have like no problems with like, yo, I'm gonna go say my 2 cents to this man or woman. Like I
Yeah,
have
I'm
fun with them.
starstruck.
So I get to
yeah,
meet.
no. I mean, he still sends me like invites to
I'm
stuff, and
respectful. I'm
it's
not.
like, and he's just like, hey man, you want to come to this? And I'm like, I simply can't make it. I'm just like, dude, I'm like coming out on a Thursday night to go some red carpet event for some
Oh,
bullshit,
speaking of,
whatever.
are you going to info list on the 8th? Do you want me to email you about that?
Is that the
People
last?
League party thing.
Is that the last one he sent me?
It's
Like,
the
if that's
Sky
the
Bar
last.
thing.
Yeah, no, I got that. I'm not going to that. But
Dude,
he
those are
sent
the most expensive drinks ever.
dude. It's like fucking $20 a beer.
$30 for vodka soda.
Yeah,
$20 beer ain't bad.
it's bullshit. It's complete bullshit, and it's not worth it. Like,
I have an opinion about those events, but I'm not going to speak it since this is being recorded.
I'm gonna be anonymous here.
I'm
No.
going to take the
Wow.
Russian approach and save it for the streets.
Which I
like
yeah.
the great leader is nothing but the great leader, and we love him with all due respect, but also at the same time, fuck his parties. Like,
No, the guy who throws those parties is cool. It's just
I'm
the
sure
people running
Putin
it.
throws the
It's funny.
greatest parties ever. Like, Jesus Christ.
I get starstruck by the people like on the. I think
I
we
hate
had.
that I said that. Like,
But no, we had someone in the chat once. I think it was who was it? It was some like just random YouTuber guy in the chat. And I'm like, oh my god, it's what's his face? And I was like, whatever. He didn't.
hey, Syfaxx, let the fat Jew talk more, dude. I
Who's
feel
that?
like I feel like I've been letting the fat Jew talk a lot. So, hey, Alex, how you doing? No, I'm kidding.
No,
Fine
but
men.
It's clearly Sean. It's clearly Sean.
no, but Alex. So, what do you do in Hollywood? Are you a writer or?
I do a lot of things.
You're kind of a.
Normally, when somebody asks me what I do, my answer is whatever it takes.
That's
But
my
that
answer.
makes
too.
me sound like a fucking criminal.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
an
I am an
entrepreneur,
ex-con.
master, what's it called?
I do some writing, some production. I work on the channel that I'm doing now. I'm a licensed appraiser. If you get in a car accident, call me. I do security work and I drive, like kind of like Uber, but for private clients.
Yeah, makes sense.
I do security. If you ever need to be taken care of, I can do that as well. If you know, then you know.
There may or may not be a gun behind that case, but
I can't own one, so I don't know. For some
But
stupid
yeah,
reason.
all licensed, all.
What part of
Yeah.
LA are you in? Just
I'm
generally.
in Glendale. If you're familiar with LA,
Yep.
it is Armenia.
Yeah, you're a little Armenian.
100%, which is funny because he is Armenian, but he's Russian, but he's like
He's part
also,
Armenian. Are
like
you
he's
part
from
Armenian?
Russia. He's from Russia, but he's like I'm an Armenian from Russia.
Yeah,
And it's like it makes sense that you would live in fucking Glendale of all places.
that's not
But
unusual at all.
It's like no, I don't think so either. But it's like it's just ironic, like how we talk about it.
Have you been to
But,
Armenia? Have you been, were you from Armenia or from Russia?
No. So my family is, result of the genocide. Like everybody was spread across the world.
Yeah.
So my family grew up in Soviet Georgia and then Moscow. Like they kind of
Okay.
moved. But I have roots from Iran too, I guess. Like it's from all over the place. But Russian Armenian just simplifies it because, like, on my father's side, I have all kinds of other ethnicities. But
yeah, they really mixed it up in the Soviet Union. Really, they really
because remember, the Soviet Union is a federal, or Russia is a federal country. It's full of multiple nationalities, just the way the United States has, multiple. Like, there's no such thing. Like, you could say people are white or black, but like, there's so much of a richer description if people actually, take their, I guess, DNA test. But don't do that. I don't recommend that for conspiracy reasons.
Oh, the first thing they do when you get federally charged and they take you to prison, they get your DNA. First thing they do. Absolutely. We want that DNA right now.
Yeah.
They're like, that ain't good. But
I've never been, so I wouldn't know. I've been to county one time.
The feds, they want that.
Gary, having a conversation about that.
Well, what'd you do there, Syfaxx?
Oh, I was just throwing the video I'm going to play for the end of the stream, which will be happening here in like less than like about 4 minutes.
But I should be going down to LA. I'd love to meet you, Alex, in person.
Yeah, dude, I'm here.
Dude, me and Alex,
my family's from Downey.
Not that far away. I mean, if you, I like how you said, "Hey, I want to meet Alex," and not fucking Syfaxx, the guy who's actually.
You were given. You were
Fuck
given
me, right? Like,
I told DA I want to go down there and watch Superman with you guys. So I don't know. Maybe that's
dude.
fun.
If you come down here for that, absolutely. Just hit me up. I mean, there's plenty of people who have given me their phone numbers or whatever, and I mean, not just Alex here, but like obviously me and Alex know each other in person or whatever. But if you come down here and you want to hang out, absolutely hit us up. We'll find a way to hang out, or like I will. Like I'd love to meet you. That'd be fucking awesome. So yes.
I'll be going to write in private chat my number.
Send it to me on X.
Oh, I'll send it to you at X too. Okay.
AJ or Sai, what are you doing on Friday? I got that show that I'm promoting and working security for. If you want to come down to the city for once.
What show is it? Well, send it again. Send it to me on X. I'll come out. I'll come out. Like when it comes down to anything down in like Hollywood, if it's in Hollywood, like I tried to go down.
No, it's Santa Monica and Vine. It's pretty like epicenter.
I should be able to make that. I just try not to like I try not to drive too far. And then,
do you remember the Montalbane Theater where we saw Empire Strips Back?
Yep.
It's like down the street.
Then I can go to the Hollywood, like I can go to North Hollywood and take the train to it.
Yep.
Take the train from Universal Studios.
No, you take it from like North Hollywood. There's like there's a train that goes from like North Hollywood down into Hollywood, and then it breaks off further from there.
Yeah,
but
getting over
easy way to like eliminate like the parking fees, because if you go to like Hollywood in general, like just to park is like $25. But if you go to the train station in North Hollywood, you can leave your car there, and then it's like, you're paying a train fee, which is like $1.50 or something.
Getting
So
over those
way
hills is a
cheaper.
pain in the butt. Anyway, it's always a lot of traffic.
Well, you should come down because there's a show and it's May 9th and it's the 80th anniversary of the Soviet victory over Nazism, Victory Day, and we should have a drink to it.
Well,
Syfaxx, you got to go.
I will probably
gotta
be there. I'll be there to celebrate anti-Nazi, but
They always say the October Revolution, but it took a while after that. And they were on a different calendar
Oh my
anyway. They
God.
were on the Gregorian calendar or something.
It was technically
maybe I'll
November.
maybe
Yeah,
I'll
it
take
was
some
November,
pictures
Bill.
and I can showcase them online. We'll see what happens.
Alex, you would have been great the other night. We were talking about Stalin and Star Wars and how
I was there. I just didn't have a camera on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was great. Oh, that was going to be great. I had a lot to say about it, but
You know what? I need to catch up on Andor, man. I'm actually.
I got to watch that episode too. The Bill of Lading. I can't wait. Maritime law is fascinating. I'm just kidding, but no, I got to catch up on it.
It actually is kind of fascinating.
It is interesting.
It's fascinating for people who, for one, like me, like I don't know it, but when
did you see Rogue One?
Yeah, I saw it. Did you see?
Sorry,
Syfaxx. Did you see Rogue One?
Of course, yeah. No, I saw Rogue One. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's the best.
I thought it was. I thought it was like the best thing that Disney Star Wars did, and like basically since they got the fucking hold of.
The best thing they did is the animations, the continuation of Clone Wars and the Bad Batch. That was my favorite thing they've done. But that's because I like the animations, the non-rebel animations. And then Rogue One was solid. Everything else is
crap.
See YouTube. You know?
See YouTube. I think the
first two seasons of Mando were okay. They were actually kind of cool at times.
The two, yeah, I would say that. I would say, yeah, Obi-Wan was the biggest disappointment.
Yeah, that was a very disappointing, and it's almost like a character assassination.
Yeah, especially when you learn what they really originally the writer wanted to do. It was fascinating. Like, wow.
I did like seeing, Hayden and McGregor. That's fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi. Like, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed seeing.
Well, I got to get ready for work. Catch you all later. Thank you, Sergeant Garatina. Hey, man, go handle some work, dude. Go get to it. Do it to it, dude. Awesome.
I was gonna bring my I had Ewoks Village and stuff and my AT-AT, and I was gonna bring it for show and tell, but I had to run some errands this afternoon and I couldn't be on the live stream that Syfaxx set up, but I put it all.
This was on the fly. I couldn't get back to sleep, and I was like, "Fuck it!" I made a quick thumbnail, and I literally hung myself in the fucking thumbnail, and I was just like, whatever, who cares? We'll see who even shows up, and thankfully, you guys did, so I had some for the last couple of hours. But with that being said, we're over 2 hours going on.
Oh, Alex was going to say something. Alex, what?
No, I just have an idea for you, Syfaxx. I saw two different articles. One's new, the other's old on IGN, where they list the order of what they think are the best Star Wars TV shows and movies. And you should do that. We should do that. We have the chat interact with that because all of us are opinionated about Star Wars for better.
Yeah, we should have a. Yeah, we should have.
The problem with that is like if anybody's been watching me or whatever, and like obviously I've been on a DA's channel. Like I went off on a rant on DA's channel at how much I am like I dislike Star Wars. Like I fucking
not the original or the prequels.
No, the first 6 movies are fine.
Channel, come on.
Yeah, fine. I can do my own thing. It's all good. But it's like so that's still a decent idea. But it's like I don't know enough about it to feel opinionated enough in it to give a shit about it. You know what I mean? But
I think that's a great idea, though.
So many people do, and I'm like, that's why I bring on people. That's why I tried to bring on other people who have awesome opinions about the stuff that.
Would you do a rating, or would you just do it like individually? like do the rating
like not rating, but like an order of like.
Oh yeah,
For
that's a good
example,
idea. Yeah, I like that idea.
I'd
2 or 3.
probably I'd
Well, no, it's
probably do
actually
something like that. Yeah. And then
5,
leave,
5, 4, 6. We'll start there.
Oh, yeah, I'm more like 6,
I'd be
5,
like
4.
4.
Really, you
4,
like
6,
Return
5,
more
4.
than Empire?
It's the first movie
I
I
would say
remember.
I'd say 4
I mean,
4
Heresy.
4
And
like
that's how it begins.
Exactly.
4 6 5.
4, 6, 5. Okay. What? Really?
Wow, both of you don't have Empire at number 1. You guys are heretics.
Empire's number 2.
No. It's just it starts off a great story, and then it builds to something better. But like even with like Lord of the Rings, it's like I kind of like Fellowship more than what I still love those movies, but it's like
I like
it's
them
like
in the
it's
order
it's
that
it's
came
like
out.
it's like
Yeah.
a 9. It's dealing with like a 9.4 to dealing with a 9.4 or 9.3 to dealing with a 9.4 to dealing with a 9.5.
Yeah, you're right.
And like
I
so
mean,
it's like
yeah,
like how are you like
the
the there's 1 point difference
It's
of
it's
like
really what you
dealing
like,
with
you
this.
enjoy. Yeah, because
Yeah,
I'm
but
more like Two
it's like
Towers.
I love
Fellowship,
all of
Return of the
love
King.
all of them. I love
That's
all
my
of them.
opinion.
Like they're great in their own right, but it's like at a certain point you're just literally dealing with a 1 point difference, like a 0.1 difference of like when I look at something like that.
Well,
Yeah,
what would you do, Alex? What's your order? 4 or 5?
For rings?
Yeah, for rings.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, and your
But
orders?
I actually sometimes like Two Towers just as a standalone because I
Yeah.
like Empire as a standalone. But I'm weird. I think Terminator 1 is superior to Terminator 2.
That is weird.
I have
I'd
Yeah,
probably
the
go.
things
I would go 2-1-3 with Lord of the Rings.
Okay,
Like,
so you're
Lord of the
like me.
Rings.
You're like me. Return of the King.
2-1-3 is like
It's that
like
ending of 3. Return of the King is just
it's
it
so
lasts
long.
forever. Oh my god!
And the only way to watch it is with the extended edition. If you're not watching the
course.
extended edition, then you're missing out on a bunch
They're
of
all
stuff.
great.
But at the
They're
same
all great
time, you're
movies.
like, oh my god,
They're all great.
it is extremely indulgent to what they're going on about or whatever. But it's like, I mean, I've read all the books, like so it's like, as someone who read the books and then you watched it when it came out, it was like it was a lot. You're just like, Jesus Christ, man. Like even some of the stuff that was in the third or in the second book was in the third movie, like with the Shelob, right? Like Shelob is actually in the second book. Like the spider part is actually that's actually in the second. That's in the second. It's kind of towards the end of the second book, and I remember waiting for that. I was like, oh, dude, we're about to get the spider in, and all of a sudden, no spider. And I was like, what the fuck? So I was almost disappointed when I was watching it. But
did you ever try the Shadow games? Shadows of Mordor, Shadows of War?
Dude, those games are fucking amazing. They're
I was gonna say they're not canon, but like they're fucking good.
they have the same mechanics as like the Batman games, where it's like you just hit triangle to like dodge everything.
Oh yeah,
just
style. Yeah, like the Arkham series.
Yeah, it has a lot of that to it. But
do you ever play the Gollum game?
God no.
What's his name?
We got DK Bones. Good morning, everyone.
Hey, face. I've seen his rants.
What's up, man?
I bought it. I think I bought it for like $5 or something. I just never played it. I know it's terrible. I just wanted to own it.
Didn't everybody try to play and stream it just as like a
gag?
Because cats love frustrating. I remember Mahler played it. I want to say Drinker played it too, but I don't know. Maybe he didn't.
I think it's the same thing with like a lot of those games like Conquered and stuff. Like they like, oh, we're gonna stream that game because it's so bad. Kind of funny. Why not?
People like watching bad games. It's like a guilty pleasure because you don't want to do it yourself, but you want to watch somebody else struggle and be
It's like,
frustrated.
did
It's
somebody actually
entertaining.
buy this? Did somebody buy this? Oh,
I bought Gollum.
Let me see what they bought. Yeah, there you go.
I bought
there you go. Yeah. See, you just need to stream it, and then it'll be terrible, but also great at the same time.
I don't know how to stream.
Look, with that being said, look, I just kind of randomly did a stream very late at night or whatever, and obviously this is either very late at night or very early in the morning for people. Thank you for joining, and I'm going to bounce out. I mean, obviously, if you guys want to stick around, we can talk in the backstage for a minute. Go ahead and stick around. With that being said, I'm going to remove us all and play.
Whiskey lead a wandering soul to heaven's watering hole. I'll drink to forget a memory, but hell's got one more trick for me. I walked up, said, "What's your favorite sin?" She could have killed me with that smile. Said it's lust with a touch of wrath, but I'm a glutton for love, so let's just dance. Next thing I know, we were burning up that dance floor. I didn't know what I was in for. Well, I might be an open sinner, but I know I'm no false saint. That wicked little angels got me praying for some faith. $151 and a touch of fun got her going wild. Sin on my lips after just a sip, it's just her style. Envious stares and crocodile smiles talk of the scene. Sin for sin will be the ones they could only dream. Next thing I know, we were burning up that dance floor. I didn't know what I was in for. Well, I might be an open sinner, but I know I'm no false saint. That wicked little angels got me praying for some faith. Go and sip us in whiskey and gin, straight shooters, let loose, fly in. Devil lies with angels, thighs gets most men fighting. Take a shot of sin, one for me